out in the cold. Hey, yeah, baby, I know how it feels, 'cause I have slipped through to the very depths of my soul, yeah. Oh, baby, I just wanna show you what a clear view is from every bend in the road. Now listen. Oh, whoa. As I was relieved before you too, honey, as you would for me. Oh, I will share your love. Let me share your love. Ooh, let me share your love.
Welcome to Mudding with BEAGS. This is episode 37. And as you see, Physical Graffiti album cover was pictures of a nice mud flutter in New York City. The good old Big Apple. So we got some pretty images there for you to check out. And you can go back and look at them, see what you see. That's a neat place. I saw that. I'm a big Led Zeppelin fan, you know. And I just thought it was really cool to see a old school classic rock album with Mudflood right on the front cover. Anyways, and old Fred was seen in Palm Beach, Florida in 1905 pulling himself a trolley because, well, that makes sense. And I have found a new series that I like on Netflix. It's called Inside Job, and it's a cartoon. And it's based on all the conspiracy theories that are going around our world right now. And I mean, all the good ones. And it's got it all. It talks about everything. I haven't heard them talk about Mudflood yet. But I will say that the main character, Reagan, lives in a mud flutter in DC. And they really do drop some truth bombs in this show, which is pretty cool. So I highly suggest checking it out. Here's a truth bomb for you.
All you brought are mind control Tic Tacs? A flag pin that unregisters you to vote? Jet fuel? Brett, you know this can't melt anything!
So I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving this year, and I enjoy bantering back and forth with your families. And make sure you tell them about the mud flood. Anyways, Roscoe Pico Train says happy Thanksgiving, and let's go mudding. Beagle, roll them credits. Let's go mudding. Here we go. 1864, Atlanta, Georgia, street view. You got a Hatter on the right hand side. Everywhere else is going to be dirt and mud. And let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. Got some underground right here. See that right there? That's a window or door below ground right there. And why would you design this in this way? That makes just no sense. I can't even imagine. Look at that wrought iron work there. Tell me that's not a picture perfect moment right there. Ghost Man. That's Mini Fred. That's Mini Fred that built America. Fred is the horse that built America. They got Taurus fields all across here. Nice little brickwork there. Let's see what else. They got the coins here on the side. I believe that's a free energy system part there. Man, there's the Hatter. That's the symbol for the Hatter store. So that's the person that would make the hats, like the beaver hats, top hats, and bowler hats and stuff like that. Got more Tauruses. There's Tauruses all over this thing. Squared off windows there. Arched windows there. Quiet. We're working. Attack your food on your own time. That Chihuahua getting out of hand again. Hey. People don't want to hear you. They want to hear me run my mouth, not you run your mouth. Anyways. Excuse the interruption. Let's see. The old picture. Alrighty. That's some old stuff there. Got 1865 Charleston, South Carolina view from roof of the orphan asylum. The Citadel in the middle distance. And the orphan asylum I've shown in other MUDDIN videos, in case you want to see the orphan asylum. These old A-frames here, we built these. That's something we can handle. Oh, we got some brick here. It's when you get to the brick where it gets questionable. Not that we can't build with brick. Tell me that don't look just picture perfect there. That garden there. Old tenement houses. Oh, we got a castle back here. I mean, I don't care who you're talking to. That's going to be a castle, no matter what they say. So we got a castle in Charleston in 1865. Okay. I wonder if that's the Citadel. I don't know. So the middle. Oh, no, it's probably in the middle distance. I don't know. No, that's not the Citadel. I don't know what the Citadel is. Who knows? Arched window back there. Right back here. There's some more castle. Got these angled walls. Very Star 40 looking. Arched windows. This could be a wind catcher system here. If you have a question what a wind catcher is, it's a air conditioning system, and I don't mean air conditioning like you have today where you sit in front of it and it blows cold air in your face. Air conditioning system of an old world would be where it creates a temperature that is comfortable. That is a better way to look at it than to say, oh, it makes it cold and chilly in here. No, that's not what it did. It would regulate the heat to a comfortable temperature, not to a I don't think people, I think that's a thing we've created, is cold ass temperatures. Look at that. That's a astronomy business there. That's what it looks like. Looks like a telescope. Interesting, on a castle. in Charleston in 1865. I guess that's the Citadel. That looks very Citadel looking to me. It's interesting. You got a skylight up here that's open. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Background looks weird. Maybe that's the ocean. I mean, it is Charleston. Hard to tell. Got a porthole there. Alrighty. I think that's about good for that one. We got 1906 Post Office and Eagle Building in Brooklyn, New York City. And there is Fred. Fred is the horse that built America. In case you're wondering where Fred is, he's right there. Interesting. Big old archway. What does that say? Alcazar. That's okay. Arches. Got ether fencing up here. It's just another way to bring in the ether and power these buildings. Big old arches. Those are pretty. Man. That's Boss Man right there. In case you wonder where he is. Some people want to know where Boss Man is. Boss Man is always watching. He's always looking around, seeing what you're up to. Hello, dandies. Got some underground right here. You can see it goes downwards. Got a ladder lean there with a feller on it. Brooklyn Dancing Academy. Dancing, dancing, dancing. Arched windows. A big old bell right there. Big old cupola. This could be part of a wind catching system here. Ether antenna here and here. Those are big arches. Got the wood stove going tonight. It's crackling and popping. Keeping me warm. Porthole there. Pyramid. That's probably an eagle being a phoenix up there on top of that roof. That's probably a wind catcher system there, I imagine. Yep, there's an eagle right there on a ball. So that's a phoenix on a ball. So that also represents Mercury. And Mercury being an important part of the free energy system that we've lost. Arc light. Let's see here. I don't see any other undergroundy stuff. Okay, we got looks like a 2-rail system there. Okay. Alright. We got 1910 Wellman Airship, Walter Wellman's hydrogen dirigible America, just before being abandoned by its crew near Bermuda, 1,370 miles into an attempt to cross the Atlantic from New Jersey. And this balloon got loose and they never saw it again. So another one bites the dust. Oh, it's kind of neat. And we got 1924 DCF Street, northwest from 14th Street. Got old ether lights here. Lawman, boss man there. Got third rail system here, if you see that. Now it's either pulled by a cable or it's done by a conduit of electricity. And depends on what that city was running at that time. I don't know. You could look into that. And if you wonder more about the conduit system, San Francisco still has the cable conduit, the cable system underneath, and it would have a doodad that dropped down into the track there, and it would grab it. They when they're ready to go, they grab that line and it will pull them forward like that. And the same thing with the electrical conduit system. Those are ventilations into the underground there and there. There's underground right there. You got doors, windows and doors below ground level, so that's mud flood evidence. That's possibly a coal hole cover there, and maybe there, and there, and there. It's hard to tell. That's interesting. This trolley also has overhead electrical line cables, harnesses. See? Right there? That's interesting. I think that's Boss Man right there. More ether lights. Federal American National Bank. Ether antenna. Got design work up there. Just incredible. All the designs that they have. Motion pictures exhibits. Weird. There's arch windows. Diamond symbology there. And there. Look at those arched windows. I bet it was hard to cut glass back then. You know, on circles. I don't know. I imagine that would be tough. Just my thinking. Look at all those arches. Those arches are old world. Interesting. Okay. Albany, New York, 1900. New York City and HRRR Station, Temple of the New York Central and Hudson River Railroad, topped off by sculptural representation of liberty and justice over the state motto, Elixir. Okay, well that's some esoteric shit. That's Fred, the horse that built America, in case you need to be aware of that. Boss Man is right there, hiding behind that pole. In case you need to see him. And look at the size of them damn arches. Look at that. Good grief. It's humongous, the scale of that. Just incredible. Scrubbed cartouches. Some kind of design up there. I can't see. More scrubbed cartouches. There's lions, so that would be Tartaria, in case you need to hear that. And we got an eagle representing the phoenix. Laurel leaf of control. We got a clock up here. Clocks are expensive. A lot of clocks this time. There's an arc light. There's some more of them lions. With a big old ball. I don't know what the balls are supposed to represent, but they don't represent the earth. And we got an eagle up here on top of this ether antenna here, which is another phoenix. Keystones. Let's see what's in these windows. Don't see much there. Got awnings. We definitely would install the awnings. Got little lions right here. Okay, so that's Tartaria. What else we gonna find? Boston Hotel. Alright. I think fire hydrants are old world. Look how dirty that is. In 1900. It looks like they cleaned the front, but then this side looks dirty to me. I don't know. Might just be the picture negative or something, but kind of stands out. More Tartarian lions. Yeah, I said it. Tartaria. And no, I don't mean that America was Tartaria. So, don't be thinking no craziness. The Tartarians, I believe, were in America. It's just like the Americans today set up camps in every damn country, a third world nation they can find. It's the same thing with Tartaria. They had, representation in offices and businesses and people, and, they had a presence in America. Okay? It don't mean that it was America. It was Tartaria. It just means they had a presence here. Probably a very strong presence. But you got to think through these things. Okay, we got Boston, Massachusetts, circa 1900, old corner bookstore. This is the first brick building in Boston. So there's a horseshit narrative for you. That's Boss Man going to work, because Boss Man got to go to work. And that right there is going to be connected to the ass end of Fred. Fred is the horse that built America. These are hoodlum folks. There is a winter below ground. So that would be, Mudflood. There's Mudflood. And see, this is early, prior to them putting in pavement lights. So you have grates there. You see that? I can't see it there. You got a grate there. So that is evidence of Mudflood there. And look at the brickwork here. See, there's another winter below ground with a grate. They replaced the grates with pavement lights. But look at the brick here. And look at the angle there. Does that make sense? You got to use your thinking now. You got to use them thinking skills that God gave you. See, God put you on this earth with intelligence. The problem is that you haven't used it. And so you've got to regain that intelligence, because we go to school, we get indoctrinated to be dumbasses. Okay? I'm just telling you right now, any schooling you've had is worthless. You got to teach yourself. You want to know some knowledge. You got to think for your damn self, because anything they're going to teach you at school is what they want you to know and how they want you to know it. Got barber poles. And this homeschooling thing is bullshit too, while I'm on the subject. If you homeschool your children, okay, and then they have to take the same test that the school kids have to take, that means that they have to learn the same horse shit that the people with public schools have to take. Okay? So if you're having to learn the same thing, even though you're at home, what are you accomplishing? I mean, I applaud your efforts. Homeschooling is a great idea, but, that don't make no sense. I mean, the only way you're really going to get around it is to do the homeschooling, teach them the horseshit curriculum and test material that they want the students to know, and then have a whole nother time for teaching them actual knowledge. Arched windows that had been modified, I bet. Looks like a modification to me right there. So anywho, alrighty. A lot of brick in that ground. We need to count all these bricks up. Got brick sidewalk. Those count for, who made them bricks. Alright. Moving on. And here we got Charleston, South Carolina. 1910 King Street looking north. And let's go see what we're going to find. Oh, a black man. Hello, black man. That's very rare, actually. For some strange reason, that was very rare for a black man to get, or black woman, black person in general, to get photographed back then. So it's, let's give him his little 15 seconds of fame, because he deserves it. Poor fella, and can't get no respect. Anyways, selling spittoons here, it looks like. Tool. Stanley Tools, maybe? I don't know. Kerson's for dry goods. Women and children's ready to wear. Carpets. Lazarus. Interesting. Got facade on this building. Got some kind of decoration up here. Arc light. See, that's the brick, and then they like to facade it. Let's see here. Lady in uniform. Looks like it could be Cobblestone Road. That's Boss Man right there. Look at the size of that door right there. Right there. Look at that. How redonkulous is that? Absolutely redonkulous. That's crazy. That's a tall woman. Looks like. A lot of people think that there's a lot of men in drag in this time. You know, maybe there was. I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of pointless to talk about, because, I mean, unless you're going to go up there and grab their junk, how are you going to know what they are? You know, I mean, seriously. And what does it matter if somebody back then was a man that dressed like a woman? Does that help our research in any way, shape, or form? I don't think so. Although it is kind of interesting, I guess, if you really want to get in there. There's Fred. Fred is the horse that built America. Now that's interesting. If you want to know something interesting. And we got nice crappy awnings, because we like to make awnings and put them on pretty stuff. Clocks are expensive. And that's weird. I could see that clock, but not that clock. Some kind of symbology here. Maybe an eagle, which would be a phoenix, I'm guessing. Let's see. What? Okay. Jewelry. That is a crazy looking thing right there. I don't even know what that is. Weird looking, that whole bit right there. There's an ether antenna. Oh, we got a bank. They love counting money. Scrub cartouche. Look at the design of that thing. I mean, what in the world? I'd like to see a blueprint of that. How to build that? I mean, seriously. That's pretty. That whole thing right there. That building is just really cool. That's a crazy awning right there. Look at that. It opens up. How weirdo is that? Headquarters YMCA. I believe the YMCAs were designated buildings. The YMCA and the men's and the YWCA buildings. I believe they had these extra buildings. They had to put a name on them, and they came up with the YWCA and the YMCA thing in order to do that. And I've also heard, I forgot where I heard this. I'd attribute it to somebody that said it. Oh man. Anyways, I thought this was an interesting point, that the YMCAs and the WMC, whatever, you know what I'm saying, YMCA, those places, that they were actually places where the resetters, the people that were going in and setting up, it was kind of like a stepping stone boarding place, so to where they could go and they could house themselves while they were setting up the reset and redoing the buildings and things like that prior to people being brought in. I don't know. It's kind of a wackadoodle theory, but I like it. It's kind of cool. Got obelisk here. Got a dome. Looks like something was removed off the top of there. Israel. Is that what that says? Huh. Something Israel. I don't know what that says. This sure don't look like Charleston to me. Now, I've been to Charleston. I love me some Charleston now. That is a really cool place. It just don't look like Charleston to me. That's a big old spire up there. Probably a wind catcher right there. Charleston Trunk Company. That's some big old monstrosity back here. These are interesting. These are old, I believe they're telegraph or telephone distribution blocks. I don't know a better way to say it, but basically they trunk off this round pole here in an area, and you see them in the very old photographs. I didn't know what they were when I first saw them. Also got brooms at the hardware store, it looks like. Okay, interesting. And we got circa 1905 Main Street from 11th in Richmond, Virginia. Okay. Let's see. That is a lot of dirt. And we got something going on down here in the mud. I guess we're digging out the tracks, maybe? Very interesting. We got pickaxes. When I see pickaxes, I think, if you know anything about digging dirt, when I see pickaxes, I think of digging hard dirt. Not just getting a shovel and digging dirt. When you got a pickaxe out, you got hard dirt. You got to break it up before you can dig it. So that's just a thought. So it makes me wonder if this track here was buried or something. And this is weird how... Is that a... No? Yeah, that's a corner. Okay, so this is... Oh, this is weird right here. Street light goes down. It's like it's an intersection there. It's an intersection, but why is the street light in the middle of the intersection? I don't know. No, it's not a street light. Oh, okay, it's some kind of box. What the hell is that? It's like, is that like a call box for the lawman call box or something? That's Bossman right there. That's ghost lady in uniform. I don't know. You got boater hats everywhere. Look up boater hats if you want some interesting rabbit hole go down. Got torus field right there. That's representing the magnetic field around our Earth, our flat Earth that we live on. It ain't a globe, people. I'm just saying. And we got ether antenna there. You know, there's the old saying that at first they ignore you and then they laugh at you and then they fight you and then you've won. And it's if you go watch that show on Netflix I was telling you about, Inside Job. They do talk about, they have a show, one of the shows is talking about flat Earth. Now in that show they act like that the flat Earth is bullshit, but hollow Earth is real. Now I don't necessarily subscribe to no hollow Earth, although I think I could probably do more research on that. Okay, so what I'm saying is that where I'm not a hollow earther, I think that me personally, I could, do more research and thinking on that if I get around to it. But it's not important to my research right now. Ether antenna, that's important. Ether antenna, that's important. Ether antenna. I think I already told you that one. Anyways, but we need to know about Fred. Fred is the horse to build America and ladies in uniform. That stuff's important. But big old doors, big old arches, torus fields, that stuff's important to me. But no, I think hollow Earth is interesting to think about and look at, and there could be something there. I'm not saying it's bullshit. I'm saying I don't know, is what I'm saying. And I think that, I should personally look more into it, and maybe you should too, if you ain't got nothing else to do. But definitely flat Earth. But I mean, who's to say that we couldn't have flat Earth with a hollow, you know, underneath, hollowness. Let's say like a hollowness underneath the flat Earth, because there's Earth underneath us, right? So we know that goes a certain depth. Well, who's to say there's not an inner Earth? And Jules Verne was writing about something that he knew was there. Ether antenna, archwinders. Ether antenna, horse-drawn trolley, horse-drawn bullshit. So, anyways, when they're talking about how the flat Earth, they make in the show The Inside Job, they make it out like the flat earthers are cuckoo clocks. Okay. I don't want to give away any more story, but that's first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, and this is them laughing at you. Okay. So let them laugh, but just remember that the next thing comes the fight, and then you win. Or they say, oh yeah, we knew it all along. So look at all these bricks right here lined up. So they've taken the bricks off here, off this. This was bricked. See? It was bricked, and they took the bricks off. This is in 1905. And then when they took the bricks off, they're doing something. And that is a weird railroad track. Train track, trolley track. That is a strange trolley track. I ain't got an answer for that one. Huh. Okay, let's move on. I ain't got all the answers. Circa 1907, Ariel Bridge in Duluth, Minnesota, suspended car transfer over the Duluth Ship Canal. The gondola could carry 60 tons of cargo across the 300-foot channel with minimal obstruction of the shipping lane. I mean, that's just a modern marvel of engineering. I mean, that is just bad. Look at the size of this little fella right here compared to that thing. He's like an ant. I mean, who's to say this isn't old world tech right here? And look, this thing right here, they load it up with people and things and goods and what have yous, and it pulls across and it lands here, and it goes all the way over here and lands over here. And that's some crazy ass tech right there. Look at all this ether antennas right here, up here. What are they drawing in with that? They're drawing in free energy. Now, that ain't pretty, y'all. That's not decoration. I mean, it is decoration, but it's not there for decoration. There ain't no point to have that on this. It's technology. The whole thing's technology. That old school lighthouse. I believe those are old world. I mean, this thing's just crazy. What an amazing time. Gosh. We got a ladder lean there. See, that's our technology. We can run a ladder. Okay, we know how to run a ladder, no problem. We got that. Let's move on. Got 1924 Metropolitan Methodist Church, C Street, Washington, D.C., and the Ford building next door. Okie dokie. See what we can find down in here in D.C. I see windows below ground level right there. And you can see it's hollowed out there, so that means that goes under there. Probably something there too. Harder to tell. An arched window here. Alrighty. There's that triple circle symbol there. Got porthole there. Porthole there. I believe these are modified. Porthole there. These are probably part of a wind catcher system, and it's been modified or changed or something. Look at that big old dome back there. Smokestack that's not a smokestack. Etherphenyls up here. Etherphenyls here. I believe this is part of a wind catcher system here. And it's not air conditioner like a 110 AC unit you got today you stick your face in front of and feel like you're an icicle. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about air conditioning to where you're comfortable. You're comfortable. You know the word comfortable? See, we think being an icicle is comfortable today. Is that really comfort? I don't know. Think about that. Etherphenyl. I mean, what is comfort? I mean, maybe comfort back then was different, Just saying. Big old arch door. Hard to see through them trees. Doggone trees. Look like something weird right there. Maybe undergroundy. Porthole right there. In case you can see that. So this is the Ford building. There's some interesting symbology there. Ford. Ford sucks. Henry Ford, doubly so. Alrighty. I don't see a whole lot there that's grabbing my attention. Something written there. Probably something we added. Got District of Columbia, circa 1921, Washington Evening Star Building at 1101 Pennsylvania Avenue. And what we're going to find today. What we going to find today? YMHA. Young Men's YMHA Housing Authority? Huh, I don't know. That's probably a bad guess. Interesting little doodads right there. It's a weird building. I think there's little porches out there. Huh. Got big old underground going there. Big old arches. Big old ether lights. More underground there. More underground there. More underground there. Very interesting. Keystones. Venetian waves right there. The evening star. So what's the opposite of the Lucifer star? The evening star. Okay, scrub cartouches. There's pavement light right there. In case you need to know where that is. There's trapdoor right there. Ether light right there. More pavement light right there. Coal cover, coal cover. Clocks are expensive. More underground right here and here. Arched windows. Got your flat earth asterisk right there. Flat earth asterisk is the symbol, I believe, for the flat earth. Your flat horizontal bar here is the representation of your flat earth, and the vertical is your north and south pole, and your X representing your torus. And I believe it is just a very simple way of saying, yep, you're on the flat earth. It ain't a ball, baby. And you see this everywhere. Now you think I'm joking about this right now. If you're new to this concept, okay? I want you to remember that. I want you to burn that into your mind, okay? And anytime you're looking at these old world pictures, and also anytime you're watching anything, pictures of today, video, the news, you're going to see that damn symbol everywhere. And I mean, it's going to get annoying. You're going to see that symbol, now that I've pointed this thing out, you're going to see it in places it's really going to start to annoy you. Okay, I see it everywhere. Music videos, television shows, news broadcasts. I see it in art. I see it in decorations. I see it in old world pics. I see it in new world pics. I see it in absolutely annoying places. Places that even in today's time frame, they're saying, hey, asshole, we're on a flat earth. And you think I'm joking. Laugh at me right now. Go on. Take your time. Laugh at me. Go on. I'll give you a minute. I'll give you 3 seconds to laugh at me. Go ahead. Okay, you got it out. Now, you're gonna be biting in words, because I'm telling you right now, you're gonna see that damn flat earth asterisk, okay? And you can be that damn Biggs, that son bitch. I tell you what, he told me I'd be like seeing that damn thing everywhere. Now I'm seeing that damn symbol everywhere, driving me absolutely up the wall. Now that is purty. That is purty. What in the world? Look at them Taurus fields. Good grief. What a world. I'm not joking about this now. You think I'm playing. You just wait. You just wait. And I'm talking about look in the background, look in the foreground, look. You just start looking around. Start looking around. You're gonna see that damn thing everywhere. You think I'm joking? Old Big's gonna tell you something now. I don't know everything, but I know that. That's an arch window. That's an ether antenna. The Washington. 3 cents on weekdays, 10 cents on Sundays, and worth it. Okay. Worth toilet paper. Wipe your ass with. Let's see. Raleigh Hotel. Oh, okay. Raleigh Hotel. And that flag's at half staff in 1921. I wonder what for. Ether antenna. Got scrub cartouches up there. Portholes. This Raleigh Hotel has an interesting history, by the way. Just so you know. I do believe that later on they put pavement lights right here. Don't hold me to that. It's just my recollections. Okay? You might have different recollections. I don't know. That's Venetian wave right there. That's what that is. Scrub cartouche. These balconies. There's another flat earth asterisk right there. I told you you're going to see it everywhere. Scrub cartouches. Ether antennas all over the top. Arched windows up here. Look at the scale of that, how big that thing is. Look at all the ether antennas up there. Pyramid symbology. Pyramids right there too. Very interesting. Okay, that's a neat picture. Moving on. District of Columbia, Washington Loan and Trust Building. A street scene circa 1907. Okay. That's Boss Man right there. O'Donnell's Drugstore. We build these outcropping door here thingies to cover up the fact that it's a big ass door. Okay. So you'll see these, because they had to make the door smaller, because you got a big ass door, you're letting in and out all that, the air that's in there. You're if it's cold, you got a lot of cold air coming in. If it's, hot, you might have a lot of hot air coming. I don't know, but this is what this is for. This is to make the door smaller, instead of having to modify the very expensive big ass door here. They did this, and they would have a door and then another door here inside. They also came up with those doors that swing around in a circle. That's something else they did. So we got big ass bars on the windows there. Yeah, that's Supersonic Fred right there. Fred is the horse that built America, in case you didn't know. And there's his girl Wilma. She gets around too. There's another one of them outcropping door thingies. Big old arch windows. Look at all them horse shit flags up there. That is the most flags I have ever seen on a damn building in my entire existence. Big old arch windows. Got Taurus fields there. Ether antenna on top. Some doohickey up here. Ether antenna up there with another horseshit flag. Keystone. Look at that thing. What in the world is that? I mean, that is just crazy looking. You just have to sit in awe looking at these pictures of what this world actually was back then. Because I certainly never took the time. Edwards Boy at house where Lincoln died, 1920 or 1921. And I have shown a picture of this building before, but this one is also, this one's, the one I showed before was a straight on shot. And this one is a close-up shot, which gives you a little better idea that the house where Lincoln died is a mud flutter. I tell you. Oh, and it has a flat earth asterisk right here, which I think is wonderful. We got double the two for the price of one there. And I'm wondering what this thing is. I'm wondering if this is a boot scraper. But I don't know. It's just my thinking. Could be nothing. This is just interesting see, there's windows that go into the ground right there. Doors go into the ground. But the house that Lincoln died, you can ring the bell and they'll tell you it's a mud flutter. This boy is looking up the house in which Abraham Lincoln died. Look down there, son. There's the history. You're standing on it. Anyways, moving on. 5th Avenue and 42nd Street, New York City, 1908. That's Boss Man right there. And Fred Wilbur right there, hauling around silver vaults. So they got some money they're running around. They're money running. That could be pavement light right there in this raised box here. It's possible, not sure. Got an underground right here. Apollo. How the hell do you say that? Apollinarius. The hell does that mean? Speak English. I only speak one language, and that ain't it. Oh. That is really odd right there. I'm suspect on this area here. This whole, okay, see how it's dark here? And how it's light here? I mean, it could just be a focusing problem. I don't know, it just looks weird. Hard to tell. I'm not sure. What'd you do, get a new tattoo? Anyways. Fair 10 cents. Okay. Bull Durham. That's a good movie. That's from my neck of the woods right there. That's North Carolina thing right there. Bull Durham. Okay. Ladies in uniform. Old ether lights. Arch windows. Arch windows are just old world. I mean, straight up. There's no way you got the time, the money, and the talent to make all this. That is a working man right there. He has got himself a serious get up right there. That whole get up is badass right there. That's high class right there, back in the time. Man, oh man. Scrub cartouche there. I believe these are technology, the coins. Why they call them that, I don't know. Ether antenna. Just a crazy, wild ass world, man. Okay, it's the Great Baltimore Fire of 1904, Liberty and Lombard Street Southwest limit of fire. So this is another city they, decided to burn to the damn ground. They really love burning things for some reason. These globalist elitist pricks. That's very weird. Look at that right there. That right there is really weird to me. You gotta... Huh. What the hell? This right here is what's weird. You know... I don't know. That is just really... That whole thing right there is really weird. I don't know. Could be some kind of weird photoshopping or something. I don't know. Very strange. I believe when you see this, this is old world, where they had the floor joist into the brick. I believe when you see that style of building, I believe that is old world. That's me opinion. And opinions is like tail holes. Everybody's got one. That's mine. You can have your own. That's the beauty of what God gave us, is the ability to have our own damn opinion. And I'll share it with you. That's fine. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to, agree with it. That's fine too. I'm just telling you what my opinion is. Lithographers, printers, okay. I mean, here's the thing about brick. That's pretty right there. Arched windows. I think it's important to look at these old fire photographs. There's evidence there. So, you would think that looking at these photographs would be counterproductive because, well, the buildings just, are destroyed. But in reality, you actually can see things you normally couldn't see. Now, but here's just something to ponder. When you build a, let's say a blacksmith shop, okay? When you build the furnaces, the heating stoves or ovens or whatever they call it, where they heat up the iron and whatever. What do they build their ovens out of? They're I don't know what they're called, but they're the structure that they heat up the coals and everything for doing their work, right? Because it gets really freaking hot. Okay, it's for metalworking. It's for blacksmithing, right? Well, they build it out of brick. Think about that. If they could build that out of brick, explain to me how fire is taking these buildings down. Okay, granted, you got wood floors, okay, and probably wood, roofs. Okay, fine. Well, they burn up and then they fall in, and that's that, right? So how are the buildings falling? Where's all the glass going? I don't know. You have to think about these things. Hellgate Bridge, New York connecting railroad bridge, circa 1915. This steel arch span over the East River was completed in 1916. Right. Look at them arches. Look at that big old arch. What's the point of the decoration here? I mean, it's a damn bridge. The main important thing should be function. Why are they so concerned about fashion? That's a weird bridge. I mean, look at that. Is that make sense in 1916? Look at that size of that structure. That's ridiculous. Look at the cranes they're using. Look at them horseshit little cranes. I don't know. Independence Hall at Independence Square, Philadelphia, 1910 to 1915, somewhere in that time frame. And I've shown in other MUDDIN videos that old Independence Hall is a mud flooder. And this is the back of Independence Hall. We can see more mud flood action. And we can see a entrance right here to the basement. Another window below ground. So it's interesting to see that, where they signed the Declaration of Independence had, a flat earth asterisk on it. Just saying. Clocks are expensive. Porthole. That's part of a wind catching system. That is too, right there. That's part of the wind catching system. I do believe. That's my opinion. That's an ether antenna. Possibly a mercury ball. There's that big old 35-foot tall statue on top of that building. Probably a wind catcher right there. Big old clock. Big old arches over there. Smokestack. Ain't no smokestack. Public ledger. Ether fencing, ether antenna. And in the movie, the glasses in the opening of my video, in the credits of my video, opening credits of my video, were in the movie National Treasure, were found over here in this wall. Just a little interesting thing. And we got payment light right here, and that looks like a trap door. Windows below ground level there, ventilation there, payment light there, another trap door there. Probably more payment light, possibly grate. That could have payment light in it right there and there also. Look at the arches there. I mean, that is an amazing little building right there. Portholes. That's a trip. Let's get back over here and see what we got going over here. That's weird they did the side of this building here with the facade. That is a pretty building. It's got a Moorish look to it. Moors were in America before we got here, just so you know. Go do the research. Get off your tail. Go do some research and look for windows below ground right there. I am definitely not a singing person. I can beat shit out of some drums though. Yes, sir. Let's see. Da 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 da. What else we got? Okay. I think that's about that one. We got Market Street at 8th in Philadelphia, circa 1905, with the Litt Brothers building at right. So that's the Litt Brothers building. Okay. Alrighty. Got ether antennas on the top there. Big old thick suckers too. Mercury balls up there. Possibly mercury balls. Arch windows. That's pretty. Got horseshit signage. We did that. That is, graffiti on a Lamborghini right there is what that is. I tried to find a clip of Bam Margera cutting the roof off of his Lamborghini to show you guys, and I cannot find one. I don't know. It's in the episode where Billy Idol comes and visits, and he takes him to the show. Got prism glass right there. I was just looking at some of those on eBay the other day. And got part of the wind catcher system here. These are portholes right here. Yes, they're square. Is there a reason that a porthole can't be square? Think about that. And we got Fred's the horse that built America right here, doing a delivery. Subway entrance. Alright, so we're going underground right there. We got trolley in the mud. There's subway entrance right there. So we got underground under here. I just think this is interesting. They had these wagons back then that actually had dumpers on them. They could actually pull up and dump. You know, like coal come up here and they lift up that cart and dump a whole load of cart out, which they would dump into a coal hole or then shovel into a coal hole. Interesting symbology there. Woo. Got eagle, which would be a phoenix right there. Tartarian lion. Yep, I said it. I said the Tartary word. Good grief. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is in Philadelphia, and there's your 35-foot man right there. It's weird how this building is so dark at the top. Big old clock. Clocks are expensive. I mean, this freaking world is amazing. I mean, where do you start thinking about this? It's just too much. Suits, coats, uniforms for ladies. I think that's Boss Man right there. Just saying. Man. Whew. Okay, we got Minnows Ledge Lighthouse. Probably just butchered that. So sorry. Boston, 1890 to 1899, in that time frame. And I believe lighthouses are old world technology. These little trap door, little doors you can close there. Got a little dinghy hanging off. Nope, I don't want to be on anything that needs a little dinghy hanging off of it. Got the light covered up with material. That's interesting. I wonder why they have to cover it. Maybe the sun shining and hitting the Fresnel lens would create a magnifier glass, and that looks like ether antenna right there. This right here, not this. This looks like horseshit we added. Doesn't it look horseshitty? See, that's not straight. It's horseshitty looking, right? We probably added this horseshit right here too. So remove the horseshit, and you're left with old world technology. Just saying. We got the municipal building, Southern Railway, and post office department from the Willard Hotel roof. An ethereal, almost spectral view of Pennsylvania Avenue at 14th Street Northwest in Washington circa 1921 with the old post office tower. And that's the old post office tower. So let's see what we got going on down here. That could be a coal hole cover right there, not show. Possible. Old ether light looks to be. Looks like a third rail system there. Got smokestacks and ain't smokestacks. Okay, we got some windows and doors below ground level right here. And I imagine the same would be seen under here if you dug out that dirt right there. They probably just covered that over. Scrubbed cartouche. More scrubbed cartouches across here. Tourist fields there. Scrubbed cartouches. And the reason I call them scrubbed cartouches is, and you will understand this when you see a cartouche with something on it. You'll see how easy it would be to just knock off what was on there and make it smooth. Ether antenna there. But, they had symbols on these cartouches, and they were easy to knock off, and they just flattened them off. I call them scrubbed because they've been cleaned off. Ether antennas up there. Got windows down below ground level here and here. Those are mud flood right there. In case you like Mudflood, won't know what that's all about. And that's the post office building, because that's Pony Express needed that in order to get the mail moved around. Ether antenna, wind catcher system, I do believe. And I got a little GIF at the end of my presentation tonight where you can go and you can see what a wind catcher and how it works and what that looks like. Well, you can also research the word wind catcher. Do your own research. New East River Bridge from Brooklyn. The Williamsburg Bridge under construction, 1902. Big old blocks hanging out, getting ready to get installed. Arched doorway, arched windows. Oh, look how the mud's going down there. Woof! Drop down that hole. That sailing boat, that's pretty. I've got a lot of pictures of old world sailboats and old world trains. I plan to do videos on them down the road, but I don't know. I've got so many of them that I just want to do them as like a separate thing. I don't know why. It's just one of them things. Lots of steel there. See, there's the technology they have. That's high tech back then. Did we build this bridge? I don't know. There was steel in the old world, no doubt. I'm just saying that we invented it's horseshit narrative. Just saying. New York, April 1917, recruiting address 23rd and Broadway. This is the Flatiron Building on ground level. Lady in uniform. Working man. I think that's Boss Man right there. Ladder lean. So this is the technology we have. See this ladder right here? See, these guys are working on this building, getting it done up. This is supposed to look like a battleship, I guess. Your country needs you. Go and kill people around the world that you don't know. They ain't done shit to you, and you can go and get paid and fed, and you can be rambunctious and see the world, and we'll pay you to do it. Just kill for us. All you got to do is kill for us. What a deal. Got an eagle. Eagle's a representation of the phoenix. That looks scrubbed right there. So that would be a scrubbed cartouche. Flatiron Building's a very interesting building. Dome with an ether antenna on top. Got some kind of horseshit underground business right here with this raised business there. Hard to see what they got going on though. Look at that old world street light. Very cool. Okay. And we got Philadelphia, circa 1905, Broad Street north from Spruce. And we got 35-foot tall statue there. Little electric car, it looks like. There's Fred. Fred's the horse that built America. In case you didn't know, we got windows at ground level. Would be Mudflood. Big old arched doorway. Onion dome with an ether antenna on top. Trainers. I'm going to train you to hide the mudflood. Ether antenna. Ether antenna got weird stuff hanging off up there. Jeez, hold on. You get lost. These onion domes. Okie dokie dokie. ether antennas. Arc light there. Lots of brick. That's Boss Man right there, by the way. Lady in uniform. The scale of these buildings. I mean, this is just ridiculous. When you just, I don't know, it's just my imagination of what I've been told about how what this world was like in this time frame is just doesn't match up to these pictures. Portholes, ether equipment. Some kind of antiquitech up there. Ether antenna. That's probably part of wind catching system there. This business here. They would call it a chimney later. Got you a lion up here, it looks like, which would be Tartaria. Another lion there. Another Tartaria. Tourist field there. Clocks are expensive. Eagles, which would be phoenixes. It's always been weird to me why this top is dark and it's light below. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know the history on that, why that is that way. I mean, look at that thing. That thing is incredible. Portholes. What a world. Post Office, Washington, Flag Day 1915. Flag Day. Let's sell some flags to you day is what they should call it. And this is just strange. The hell am I looking at here? What is this business here? Is this below ground level or what? I don't know. Look at that. I don't know what is that? Look how small those people are. Tourist fields here. Arches. More arches, more arches. Arches everywhere. That's a heck of a flag display. Anyways, that's supposedly inside the post office. Okay, in Washington. I don't know how that makes sense. San Francisco, 1902. So this will be pre, quote-unquote, earthquake, otherwise known as the dew attack. Building St. Boniface Church. The monk in the center holding the roll of plans is the German-born Adrian Weir, W-E-W-E-R. Weaver. Weird. Okay, OSF. I don't know what that means. 1836 to 1914. Architect of this and over 100 church and other buildings in the U.S. So they attribute. They attribute this. Okay. Whew. I can't say that with a straight mouth. They attribute over 100 church and other buildings to this fella right here. This, because he's got the plans in his hands. I mean, come on, man. Y'all got to write some better narrative than that. That's old world wood right there. Old world lumber. Oh man. These guys didn't build this shit, man. Who's writing this shit, man? Do you think these guys, these ones right here, in their bowler hat, they built this? You think these guys have the intelligence to build that? These guys, these ones. Come on, man. Oh man. Oh, I can't do it. So, 1924, Washington, D.C. Auto, auto house of Will A. Harris of Texas. That's an auto house. What the hell? That's a mobile home. Oh my goodness. Oh, what kind of socks you wearing, young lady? That's just got. Who's fashioning y'all up? Cause y'all butter hat. I mean, good grief, I can't take it. I can't take this anymore. What the heck is that? Is that a cannon? What's a cannon doing back there? Damn. Heck, I don't know. Look at them windows. Look at that. Look at that brickwork. Ooh wee. At the finial back there, got the horseshit awnings. Got some Mudflood windows back here in case you need them. Want to see some Mudflood. Everybody's like, what's Mudflood? It's right there. Got something that looks like it might be an owl, but I'm not sure if it is now. It'd be Tartaria. I'm just saying. Got ether antenna up here. Anywho, this is a old. It's an old world trailer house. I can't take it. Smithsonian Museum of Natural History in Washington, circa 1915. And look at that. Look at that little car. And look at them buffalo winners all across the bottom of the Smithsonian Institution. Yeah, the hiders of everything. If you want to know history, well, don't go to Smithsonian, because they gonna hide it from you with their tourist field and their big ass giant fucking door. Look at that door. My goodness. They ain't gonna say nothing about the flat earth asterisks on the front. Nope, ain't gonna say a word about that. And their, dome looking like the Parthenon. I mean, good grief. That is supposed to be the Smithsonian. Okay, I can't take it. U.S. Patent and Trademark Office in Washington, circa 1920, which after a $1 zillion makeover is now the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery and Museum of American Art. So we had a $1 zillion makeover. That's a joke, people. And that's the third rail system, so it means there's either a cable or a conduit electricity below that ground level. And we're going to see a clock. Clocks are expensive. And we got an ether light back there. Da-da-dee-da-da. And while y'all ain't doing nothing, go ahead and hit that like or hit the dislike button. I don't give a damn. The algorithm don't care what you hit. I appreciate a like, but if you don't like it, hit the dislike. The algorithm counts you the same. It don't really matter. And now that YouTube don't let nobody know what is disliked, which is horseshit, I just don't understand that. That's just absolute horseshit. Speaking of horseshit, look at this. What the hell is that? That don't even that dog couldn't hunt if it was in a hunting party. Good grief, look at that. I mean, what is this? I don't even know. Who in the world can believe any of this anymore? I don't know. This is just crazy. Look at this horseshit step right here. I mean, does that even remotely look like it makes sense? Does that make sense at all? Look at that closely. Think about that. Does that look like... I mean, does that not look like an entrance right there? Or does that look like an entrance? I mean... And then what's got going here? Then over here, see, look, oh, what the hell? You look at this side, right? And this looks like it might be right, sort of, maybe, but not really. I mean, look at this. I don't know. But then you look at that. Well, what the hell? What is that? It just don't make no sense. Pyramid, ether antenna. Incredible. I just don't even know where to go. Trolley back there. Got wind catchers back here. Other finials up there. Oh my goodness, this is too much. The Woodard Building in Washington circa 1923. The former office building, put up in 1911, became apartments in 2005. And there's Fred. Fred is the horse that built America. And that is Pavement Light. Pavement Light is the cover-up for Mudflood. Yep, I'm telling you, that's the truth. That's my opinion. I think that's more than an opinion. I think that's going to be fact. Look into that. At the Peniels. Got wind catcher system up there. Let's see. Portholes there. Diamond symbology there and there. Looks very vanilla sky-y. Torus field. Got lots of awnings. They like awnings. Torus fields. Pavement light right there. That's pretty. Pavement light right there. I'm trying to find some pavement light right now. Cannot find any. Like for sale. I just can't find none. I have seen them in the past, but I don't know. I guess they're getting rarer and rarer to find. People are buying them to do restorations because they can't be recreated. Big old arch back there. We got underground going right here somewhere. You can see going into there. Man, look how big those doors are. Yep, that's old pavement light. That's my good friend pavement light. That's an eyes wide open thing right there, I'll tell you right now. Alright, moving on. Here we got Union Station Concourse 1921. And that's Flat Earth asterisk. That is. In case you want to see Flat Earth asterisks everywhere, well, you'll see them. And if you think that's something, guess what? It's on the roof too. How you like them apples? How you like them apples? It's all over everywhere. I think this is technology. Just my opinion. I believe this is kind of like a reflective energy, like it would move the energy around, kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but see the Flat Earth asterisks. But yeah, I think this is it. Technology. It's pretty, but it's technology. Technology can be pretty in the old world. I mean, now it looks like a fucking iPhone. Excuse me. Excuse my French. Technology's not pretty today. But I think back in the day, in the old world, I think technology was pretty. I think they were intelligent enough to incorporate beauty into technology, into architecture that was technology. So, anyways, moving on. We've got University of Michigan Library Reading Room, Ann Arbor, 1901. And that's just, interesting, to say the least. I mean, what in the world? Looks like there was a sword here at one point. Look at this radiator. I believe that's old world technology right there. Gas lights. That's a Torus field. That is too. Boy, that's some hella good architecture. So what a crazy room. Washington circa 1920. Mexican Embassy on I Street. Okay, that's interesting. I Street. Like the eye, you're like your eye. And we got Mudflood Underground right there. And mud-flooded windows right there. More mud-flooded windows right there. I always see these brand new trees. Mud-flood windows. You got an underground right here. Doors and windows right there. Stairs going down into the mud flood. Sorry there's so much Washington in this video. It's just how it comes out sometimes. Ether finial up there. Ether finials right here. Ether antenna. Low arched windows. Ether finials. Part of the wind catcher system, I do believe. This weirdness on the picture here is something in the negative, like a mold or something in the negative. Arched windows back there. Washington, D.C. in 1922 Ford Motor Company, Panorama, number 4. So there must have been more to this. So I've got more pictures of this, I guess, somewhere. An exhibit of Ford cars and Fordson tractors. Okay. Let's see. We got Boss Man right there, I'd say. And I got your band. I don't know, just a weird picture. Trail Mobile, okay. Got an old tractor. Smokestack, name smokestack. Check out that crane right there. Look at that contraption, huh? Just strange. Look, it looks like they're down in a. Look at this hill right here. That's weird. They're in a like a hill area. It's like a temporary train track there. What we got here? What is that? Oh, that's a train track. I don't know. It's just a weird picture. This is Washington, 1921 or 1922 Union Station waiting room. Check these dudes out. I believe this is technology here. Flat Earth asterisks. You might be in a train station, but they're going to sure let you know what kind of Earth you're on. No doubt. Looks like something was scrubbed off of these right here. I mean, that just looks like diamond symbology, just technology there. It's almost like it's like reflecting Wi-Fi, you know? I don't know. So many questions. That's crazy room. Washington, D.C., Jordan Piano Company, 15th and F Streets Northwest at the Treasury Building. And we got the Washington Monument back here, representing a big old phallic, symbol. I guess, and oh, there's pavement light right there. That's pretty pavement light too. And this is in when is this? Does not tell what kind of cars we got. Okay, so we got old cars, maybe 30s or Hard to say. I'm not good at knowing the cars. But look how beat up those pavement lights are. They're probably only 20 to 30 years old. They're beat to shit already. They did not last. Look at that symbology there. Wow. What's going on there? What is that, dude? Oh, it's crazy looking. Different pictures of people there. Octagon. Wow. You can see that's on a hill there. Got these windows with bars on them. Tourist fields right here. Big old statue up there. Very interesting. A good looking pavement, right? Washington, D.C. Boy, I've been just looking at a bunch of Washington today. Just a lot of Washington. 1923 W.B. Moses and Sons F and 11th Streets. That's a heck of a ride right there. People were so serious back then about what they were doing. They always have a respect to them, like they had respect for their job. They were, I don't know. People feel, they feel it's, they're obligated to have a, like, I don't know. People today, they're different. That's like their job is they don't appreciate it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We added this horseshit fire escape here. We didn't do the arched windows, that's for sure. We certainly didn't do the portholes. That'd be part of a wind catching system. Pyramid up here. Moorish looking. Okay. Let's see what else we got. It's just a weird picture. Washington, D.C. again. 1925. Better old club orchestra at the National Zoo. So basically these nutballs are playing for this beautiful creature here. Do believe that's a polar bear. I have seen a polar bear swimming before, and that was a hell of a sight to see. Polar bears are so cool. These some brave fellas. That polar bear could reach out there and grab you by the neck, slap the hat off your head, and just strangle you. Nice bowler hat there, buddy. Yeah, point it at the big man-killing bear. That's really smart. I don't know. I just thought it was a weird picture. Washington, D.C. Again. Jeez. 1920 Affleck's Drugstore. I'm going to have to ban Washington pictures for a while. That would be pavement light right there. And that would be pavement light right there. And there's more pavement light right there. There's a trapdoor right there. Probably more pavement light right there. Got some sort of crazy underground thingy going on right there. What kind of horse shit is going on here? They're updating this. So in 1920, they've decided they've got to redo this horse shit. They've busted through the wall. They're adding out a deck here. That fella knows something. He knows what's going on. Arched windows. Staples Drugstore closeout Afflex. What the hell, man? This place is like tore up. Arch windows. Look at that big building in the window there on the opposite side of the street. Ventilation and underground right here. Pavement light there and all around there. That's all pavement light. I tell you what, one of the few things I hope that, you know, when old Biggs is gone, I don't care if you remember my name, but I want you to remember the word pavement light and what that is. If I can do that, if I can leave old flat earth with you knowing what pavement light is, I will have accomplished something in my life. That'll be an achievement. I'll write that down in the achievement column. Washington, D.C., circa 1921, Baltic Building, 606 F Street. And let's see what we got. Got a coal hole here with possible pavement light in it. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Possible. Look at that underground right there. Doors below ground level, because, yep, that really does make sense to do that. That makes no sense. Let's do it again. And then we're going to do this, because that makes, I mean, really? These are coal hole covers here. That's a trapdoor underground. That's pavement light right there and there. Arches. I mean, what is this? Seriously? Seriously? Who? What architect that you know of, that you've ever seen, is gonna just look at the structure of that and think that through in your mind and piece together, does that make sense? Another coal hole cover there. Porthole. I mean, it's just crazy. That's a wild looking window. Look at the brickwork there. That's beautiful. Oh man, look at that brickwork. Gosh. It's a very white background there. You have to wonder if it's a... That could be a vanilla skied photo, but I don't see any telltale proofs of that. May or may not be, I don't know. You got this line going here, so that's kind of going against that idea. But this is just, I mean, come on. What in the world? What architect would have the cojones to build, to put this on a blueprint and give it to the client and say, yep, this is what I want your building to look like. Here's the building we're going to sell you. Seriously? Because the client would be like, man, what are you smoking? Because you smoking that good shit. I mean, seriously, what hallucinogenic drugs are you smoking or drinking or taking or huffing? What are you doing, man, to think that that makes sense? You want me to sign off on you to build a building that looks like this, that functions like this? Man, we got to do better thinking than that. You know, as always, The pictures are in the description. And I've enjoyed going through this with you yet again. And I'll be back to do some more. And I think we'll ban Washington next week. That's Biggs out.
Eyes open wide but I'm blind to the sight. Too busy chasing the perfect life, and the working class keep them uneducated. Truly educated men could never be a racist. Educate is to draw out what is within. Are we not all the same under the skin? I got a heart like yours that pumps blood and oxygen. And insecurities, a whole lot of them. I'm scared like you deep down. I really do care that the world's not fair like you, but I don't even believe my own prayers like you. Chasing career, going nowhere like you. Lost in a fog of my own insecurity. I hold myself up as an image of purity, and I judge everybody else by the colour of the skin or the size of their wealth. But it's not good for my health, as the only one I ever really judge is myself. The oppressor must suffer like the oppressed, though I pretend I'm in control of this mess by inflating my ego, puffing my chest. See our weakness and I need to show strength for what we think strong is. Cause if we're honest, true strength is the strength to be honest. And if I'm honest, I am just tired. If I'm honest, I am just tired. Tired of every day filling up my car and knowing that I'm paying for the bombs in Iraq. Tired of pretending it don't hurt my heart, of wanting change, not knowing where to start. Tired of listening to all the conditioning and all the forms that they got me filling. And next time you see what you think is a thug and despise him, please know I was just like him. Cause I was like 8, first time I saw crack. Same time I first smoked weed, choking on blowbacks. First time I saw a knife penetrate flesh, it was meat cleavers to the back of the head. As I grew and teenage years passed, many more knives pierced and the shots blast. And I ain't saying I had the worst upbringing, but there's a million young men just like me in prison. We complain about racism, elevate clowns with their trousers down, swinging they dick round. Maybe that is not quite literal, but everything they do is just a stereotypical. To my real fans, I feel your pain and I get the messages, but don't complain that we ain't got more fame. We're playing a part. They can keep the charts, all I want is your hearts. They can keep the charts, all I want is your hearts. They can keep the charts, all I want is your hearts. Call it black radio, don't make me laugh. So is black music all about tits and arse? You don't represent nothing, you're just pretending. When was the last time you ever played Hendrix or Miles Davis or John Coltrane or Ella Fitzgerald or Billie Holiday? We can call it urban, to me that's cool. If urban means street, that includes jazz too, and rock for that matter. Go ask Mick Jagger or Jimmy Page what they were listening to. The blues, not discrediting Love Zeppelin too, just giving credit where credit is due. That blog soap word rappers still use, all it really shows is we still self-abuse. That was the word that was used to kill Kelso, Cochrane and Emmett Till. That was the word that the conscience eased and made people pleased to hung you from trees. That was the word that let the whips crack. No matter what you say, you can't take it back. And I could say they're black so I feel their pain easier, but 1915, look at Armenia. It's the whole world, this human stupidity that we choke ourselves to death, quite literally. And I can talk with my comfortable mouth, with my comfortable clothes, in my comfortable house. The tables will turn, we can but stall them. Every empire on this earth has fallen, so unless we can find another way, maybe not today, but it will come one day. And it may sound like I'm bitter, but in fact, truth be told, I am quite the opposite. I wake every day and I'm overwhelmed just to be alive and be like no one else. And the sheer weight of the thought of space is enough to keep my little ego in place. All that we chase and try to replace, all along it was right in our face. The only way we can ever change anything's to look in the mirror and to find no enemy. The only way we can ever change anything, look in the mirror and to find no enemy.
It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma. Don't you get it?
Say woof again! Say woof again!
I've got one that can see.
Welcome to the underground.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
This is my kung fu, and it is strong.
See you later.